Good afternoon. It's Tina here with your weekly Tina Myers Intuitive Angel Card reading. And this week we have Miss Hazel, who's sitting nicely on the box to help it cook and hatch out some good cards for our reading this week. So this reading is for the week of today, Monday, March 13th through this coming weekend, which I think is the 18th or 19th. And this week I chose to use the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards. And these are pretty badass. They include all different goddesses from all different ethnicities and cultures and traditions. And they're pretty cool. They're very magical feeling. So I asked for guidance for all of you watching this video for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and this weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And for Monday and Tuesday, I had two cards pop out. The first one is called Rhiannon, and she's a sorceress. She's on her little pet unicorn there, and it says, "You are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality." And this card talks a lot about how powerful you are, and each of us is, and how really it's just a matter of getting clear, like really, really clear about specifically what we want. I think all of us have in the past been very skilled and trained to be good at thinking about what we don't want and what we're afraid of happening, and sort of narrowing in on and thinking about the worst case scenario. And unfortunately, that just ends up creating the worst case scenario. What we put our attention on grows, right? So what this card talks about is take that creativity and all that mental energy that you've put in the past towards thinking of the worst case scenario and what could go wrong and what you're afraid of and all the bad things that could happen, and flip it on its head and use that same mental energy towards thinking about what could go right and what you want to create. Just take that time to think, if you could have it all and you couldn't fail, what would you want specifically in this situation? And all those thoughts that pop up that say you can't do it for this or that or whatever, shut them up for a second and just allow yourself to be creative with it. And when you get really clear on your intentions, you'll start to see that they come true, slowly but surely. Or maybe not slowly, maybe quickly and easily. I like that better. The other card that came out for Monday and Tuesday is Damara, and she's the goddess of guiding children. And it said, "You are good at helping, counseling, and healing children. Use your skills to help children now." And this could be very literal for you. It could be your own children, others in your life, in your career, etc., that maybe you've been called to work with young people, and this is just reassuring you and validating that that's the way to go. That's part of your purpose. Also, what comes forward for me with this is your inner child. So just really, when things get chaotic, just going within and connecting with that little girl or little boy inside of you, because we all have one, and reassuring him or her, talking to him or her, letting him or her know how great they are and how amazing they are, and asking, what do you want me to do today? Maybe they'll want to play, maybe they'll want to color, maybe they'll want to go outside or do something fun. And God knows we could all use a little bit more fun in our lives. So today and tomorrow, focus on that, getting really clear on your intentions, what you want, getting creative on that, and then also connecting with your inner child, working with children in some way. Okay, so for Wednesday, Thursday this week, the card that came up is Ishtar, the goddess of boundaries. It says, "Love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy." Ooh, this is a good one. I've been doing a little activity for 21 days, saying no to at least one person a day. And that sounds really simple, but for me, who's been a people pleaser in the past, it's no joke to have my instinct is to want to say yes to everyone and sometimes spread myself too thin. But it's really important that we learn to say no in a healthy, loving way, because by drawing those boundaries, you create space for the other good things to come into your life. So if you say yes to everything, you're not going to be able to do anything very well, because you're going to be spread too thin. So it's important to create those boundaries and say no, so that when you do say yes to something you really want to do, you actually have the space and energy to do it. Okay, and last but not least, this is a long one, guys, sorry. So for this coming weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we have Coventina. Ooh, I like that name. Purification. It is a time for a cleansing detox of your body and mind. And this card, it's interesting, it's coming for the weekend because it's a lot about drinking more water, watching what you put into your system, avoiding chemicals, alcohol, drugs, sugar, caffeine, whatever it is for you that you've observed does not really serve you. Maybe you've noticed it lowers your energy levels, it doesn't make you feel great. This is just a loving reminder to purify yourself of that thing, to follow your instincts on that, and focus on a lot of self-care this weekend. So overall, this week, we've got some cool messages really about getting creative, connecting with your inner child or other children, learning to say no and create boundaries, and then also learning to say no and create boundaries in another way, which is by making smart choices about what you put into your body. So I hope you have a wonderful week. Hazel says thank you. She's giving you the cold shoulder right now. She's choosing to look in the other direction. Anyways, have a wonderful week, and I love you, and I'll talk to you next week. Mwah!